Hello, today we are doing mission 2b, which is solving two-step equations now. We're going to take our word problems. First we're going to write an equation, and then we're going to solve an equation. Reminder, when we get to solving, we're undoing our order of operations, getting rid of adding and subtracting, and then multiplying and dividing. So we're going to go out to eat. It says a takeout restaurant charges $2.50 a person plus $3 per pound of food. Your bill was $8.50. How much food did you purchase? Well, you are only one person, so if you had to pay $2.50 per person, you only had to pay for just you, $2.50. Then it says this key word which says plus, which literally means add it. Plus, we're going to pay $3 per pound of food. We don't know how many pounds of food we buy. If we buy 1 pound of food, we multiply it by 3. If we buy 2 pounds of food, you multiply by 3. If we buy 3 pounds of food, you multiply by 3 because it's $3 per pound. So we have $3 multiplied by, I'm going to use P for pounds of food, equal to our total bill, which was $8.50. So we wrote an equation. Now we just need to solve it. So just like we said, we're undoing, getting rid of adding and subtracting first. We can't get rid of the 3 because that's multiplied, so we need to get rid of this $2.50. It's positive, so we need to subtract. 250. So 250 minus 250 eliminates. So we have 3p equal to, if we subtract here, 0, 0, 6, $6. And then last, the opposite of multiply is divide. So we're dividing by 3. So we have those eliminate. P equals, well, 6 divided by 3 is just 2. Exactly 2 pounds of food. If you want to put the zeros on there, you can. It's not $2 though. We're asking how many pounds of food. So 2 pounds of food is what we ended up buying. If you're not sure if that's right, you can take your answer, plug it back in for P, multiply, and then add, and see if you get 850. Next, we are going to a copy shop, not a coffee shop. We're going to make copies. Let's say you wrote a book and you want to make some copies. Kinko's used to be a place where you could take it and make copies. Now we just have lots of printers and copiers at work and other such places like the library. We can make copies. You might still have to pay at the library though. It says at a copy shop you need to pay $3 per order for the work that you want done, plus $10 per page copied. Which equation can you use to find the number of copies made if you spent a total of $15 at the store? So right here we spent a total of $15. That tells me right away that everything equals 15. So if we look at our answer choices, this equals 15, this equals 15, and that equals 15. So right now we can't eliminate any of the choices. But we know we're paying $3 per order. So we know we go in there one time, we pay $3. Then it says, this word right here, plus. 3 plus something. So if we take a look back at our answer choices, we have 3 multiplied by C, 3 plus some things, and then here we have C multiplied by 10. So, I was looking at the 3, not the C. Here's our 3's, 3 plus. So right now, the only one that doesn't have 3 plus, this has 3 plus something, 3 plus something. This has 3 multiplied by something. So I know that can't be our answer because the 3 is all by itself. It's just $3 plus whatever else we have in our equation. It says 10 cents per page copied. And we want to know how many copies did we make. We don't know how many copies, so I'm going to use the letter C to represent our number of copies. If I make 1 copy, it's 10 cents. But if I make 2 copies, it'd be 20 cents. 3 copies would be 30 cents. So we're taking C and we're multiplying it by that 0.10 times 10 cents. So of our answers that are left, this one has C multiplied by 0.1. This one has us just taking our number of copies and adding 10 cents to that. If I wanted 25 copies, they're not just going to take the number 25 and add 10 cents. Doesn't make any sense. Get it? So this one is out. Even though I wrote them in a different order, 0.10 times c plus 3 equal to 15. These are still our two pieces of information. It doesn't really matter what order you write them in. It's the same equation. So our answer should be C. Let's flip over to the back side. It says Diane is taking a trip that is 224 miles long. So we know the whole trip is 224 miles. She has already driven 59 miles. If she drives at a speed of 55 miles per hour, how many more hours will she need to drive to reach her destination? So right now, we want to know how many hours is she driving. We already know she's traveled 59 miles. So she's traveled 59 of her 224, plus she's traveling at a speed of 55 miles every hour. So right now, this is what she's already done, and this was her total. This is what she needs to drive, left in the middle here. We know she's traveling 55 miles every hour, but we don't know how many hours it'll take. So if we take that 55 and multiply it by, let's pick a letter H. If we travel for 1 hour, it'd be 55 miles, right? 2 hours, we would double that, 3 hours, and so on. So this will tell us, H, how many more hours she needs to drive. So all we have to do is now solve this equation. So I'm going to get rid of adding and subtracting. First, I'm going to subtract 59. Those eliminate. We have 55H. And yes, you can use a calculator, or we could just use our mental math. Can't do 4 minus 9, so I'm borrowing. 14 minus 9, it should give us 5. And then we have a 2 and a 1. 21 minus 5 give us 16, 165. Again, you can double check using a calculator. 224 minus 59. Yep, 165. And then the opposite of multiplying is dividing. We're dividing by 55. So those eliminate. And I would just plug in your calculator, 165 divided by 55, and you get a nice answer of 3. We were talking about hours. So this is telling us that Diane would have to travel 3 more hours in order to reach her destination, in order to get to a total of 224 miles. All right, let's take a look at our last question. It says, you bought 4 of the same greeting card and were given $1.44 in change. You gave the cashier $10. What was the price of each greeting card? So a couple things here. We know altogether we gave $10. Part of that $10, we bought cards and we got some change. That should add up to our total of 10. Our change, we got $1.44 back, plus we spent some money on the card. So both of those things total should have added up to $10. We know we bought 4 greeting cards. We don't know the price. We know they're all the same greeting card. So we have 4 cards multiplied by the price. That would tell us the cost of just the cards. So I'm using the letter C to represent the card. Price of 1 card, singular. So first, if we subtract $1.44, getting rid of our adding and subtracting, those eliminate, and we have 4 cards. Now we have 10 minus 144. I'm just going to plug that in my calculator. Should give us $8.56, which makes sense. We spent $8.56 on the 4 cards, and we got $1.44 back, essentially. So then the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So each card then, $8.56 divided by 4 is 2.14, or $2.14. So each card costs $2.14, which is actually nowadays a pretty cheap card. There are cards that you can spend $5 if they have some fancy things on the front. So here we go. Here are exit directions. You are working on now our two-step equations. There are some that are just solving and some that are